How you doing, mate? You all right? What's this?
How do you make money for nothing?
So what are you doing here? You having a jumble sale?
The answer could be hiding in over 20 million tonnes of household waste thrown out by us every year.
And I'd like to have that one as well.
Yeah, sure, if you want.
That's why reclamation expert Jay Blades wants to get his hands on things before they hit the skip.
I've been a builder, I've been a philosophy student, and now I'm a furniture restorer. So I know more than most about transformation. I revamp the old into the new and then sell it on for a profit.
And with some of the country's elite designers and makers.
I know it might not look like much.
So it's in a bit of a state.
He can transform his finds into desirable,
But like, wow.
valuable,
I weren't expecting that.
and hopefully saleable items.
Kev, you've done it again, sir.
If Jay is successful, then he can hand the profits back to the very people who had no idea there was cash to be made from their trash.
Thank you so much.
At the Altrincham Recycling Centre in Greater Manchester, the sun is out, the cars are lining up, and junk genius Jay Blades is ready for a glorious day of rescuing rubbish.
On a day like today, where would you rather be? The beach? For me, it's always the recycling centre. Now, there's no sandcastle building here. I've got to go digging for some treasure.
Every wave of visitors sees new things washed ashore, and Jay is waiting to catch them.
So if you come with something good, I want it.
Jay has special permission to be here,
See you later, mate.
and he's on the hunt for 3 items with the potential to bring in the bucks. Does Lynette have something tucked away in her boot?
Now, that is what I like to see. How you doing?
Hello.
I'm Jay.
Nice to meet you.
So obviously your frame is away.
I am going to get rid of them, yes.
And what was they used for before then?
They were planted up gardens. My mother bought me this one. It had ferns and cactus in. And this one's also somebody gave me, which I planted myself.
The bottle garden, or terrarium, was all the rage in the mid-19th century. They were perfect for botanists transporting exotic plants on long voyages. And pretty soon, everyone wanted one.
Well, how would you get to the plant then?
You had a little spoon and a fork, which were attached to long canes to do a little bit of weeding and tidy up the earth and turn it over and make it look fresh.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Hello. It's a nice echo in there, isn't it?
It is.
Hello.
A little bit dirty, I'm afraid.
No, that's all right. I can handle dirt.
Right.
You don't mind if I have these then?
No, I'd be very pleased if you have them.
I'll take them, and I love a challenge. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with them now, but I will stay in contact with you, if that's all right?
I shall look out to see what you do with them.
Thank you,
Nice
Lynette.
to have met you.
Likewise.
Jay's up and running with a couple of old glass bottles. But what does Lynette think could be done with them?
I have no idea what he'll do with them. Maybe make some lighting. Perhaps he'll even have a go at making a garden himself.
Indoor garden vases. Would you believe it? Now, these are a real gem to find. And I think these are hand-blown, just looking at the detail on here. So, it would have been criminal for me allowing these to go into the skip. There's definitely money to be made here.
And Jay knows exactly where to send them. Husband and wife team Katie and Richard not only have love for one another, but they're sharing it with the world. Their passion is to turn unused and unloved items into high-end modern interiors that can brighten up any home.
I do have a tendency to go quite crazy, and maybe a little bit crazier than you, that'd be fair to say, and you're good at reining me in.
Our skills are sort of complementary, I think,
Yeah.
as well, rather than overlap, so
Yeah.
we don't tread on each other's toes.
It's very egalitarian, as long as he does what I tell him to do. I think it's all right, isn't it? It works well, yeah.
She's in charge.
What will these two crafty creatives conjure up with Jay's bottles? With one item in the bag, Jay's on the lookout for 2 more.
hardcore trash into hard cold cash, then that's my game.
Sarah's busy unloading her car. Has Jay spotted a potential moneymaker?
Hello, how we doing? You all right?
Hi, how are you?
I'm very good, I'm Jay.
I'm Sarah, pleased to meet you.
Likewise. So obviously someone's been doing some flooring.
We have, my husband has, yeah.
Right, and is this solid stuff? It is?
It is, yeah, it's solid oak.
Cool. So how long have you had this?
We've had it for about 5 years, sat in the garage.
This has been sat in the garage for 5 years. So your husband is obviously good at what he does because he hasn't got a lot of offcuts.
Yeah, don't tell him that.
Why not? He's good. He's done a good job. If it's all right with you, can I take these ones?
Of course you can, yeah. Help yourself, that's fine.
Yeah? All right.
What are you going to make with them?
To tell the truth, I don't know just yet, but I'm going to let you know.
Good.
And I'll come back and show you what I've made. Is that all right?
Excellent, yeah, I like that.
OK.
Jay's not sure what this flooring could become. Does Sarah have any helpful suggestions?
Got no idea what he's going to do with them, but I love the idea of recycling everybody's old waste. It's a lovely wood, actually, and they're pristine. They've never been used before, so I'm sure he'll make something gorgeous.
This is a great find. And in the right hands, this will turn us a nice profit.
Jay needs a wizard with wood, someone who's fantastic with flooring. Luckily, he knows 2 people who fit the bill. Meet Josh and his best pal Ollie. These dedicated designers have a passion for turning unwanted waste into must-have items.
I think we really like natural raw materials, and we kind of combine those with clean, crisp design.
I think the main thing that we really love doing is coming into the workshop and starting on something new, just having the freedom to design something and then see it through to a finished product.
Jay's hoping Josh and Ollie are just the team to transform his offcuts of oak flooring. With 2 items saved from the skip, Jay's in search of a little something he can work on himself.
All right? Good on you.
And Mel has arrived with a boot full of potential loot.
Oh, it's just the thing. I could do with a lie down. Hello.
How it is?
I'm good. So, what's the story behind this? This is nice.
So, a neighbour moved out, didn't want it, asked me if I could get rid of it. I said, go on, I'll find a home for it.
Right.
But I couldn't, so...
And here you are.
It's now going to fit it.
All right. So, how long have you had it then?
Probably about 3 months, 4 months.
All right. So sturdy. For something like this to be outside, normally the rain will get to it, the weather.
It is flaking a little bit down here.
Oh, but that's nothing, really. That's nothing. I've never seen anything like it, and it's so cool. It's still
It's
workable.
Oh,
isn't
yeah.
it? Have you sat in it?
It's quite, yeah, but it's very difficult getting up out of it.
Is it?
I've got wonky knees.
All right, let me have a go. Let me have a go.
It's...
Oh, cool. Oh, what? Now
That's comfortable.
that is comfortable.
Oh, it is comfortable.
Oh, here we go. Jay? Sorry, Mel.
All right. So you don't mind if I take this then?
No, you can have it with pleasure, mate.
You've made my day, sir. Thank you.
This lounger won't be lounging around Mel's garden any longer. Is he sorry to see it go?
It's an unusual shape, but I couldn't take to it. I didn't like it.
This is just so comfortable. I don't want to get out of it. But if I want to turn this into a profit, I'm going to have to. But don't worry, I know exactly what this needs.
The bamboo lounger completes today's sweep of the recycling centre. It's Katie and Richard's job to come up with something smashing from the big glass bottles. Can Josh and Ollie put their distinctive stamp on the oak flooring? And will Jay lavish some love on the bamboo lounger?
Now, I'm shattered after all that searching, but I tell you what, I'm also happy because I found 3 amazing items that are going to make brilliant transformations.
The glass bottles have been delivered to Katie and Richard in their studio in South Wales. They've had a chance to look over the goods and consider their options.
Well, got some quite nice ideas, but I'd be interested to know what Jay thinks, whether he's already hatched a plan.
Right on cue, Jay's ringing to chat through ideas.
So what do you think of them? They're big, aren't they?
They
made
are
it to Wales. Yeah, they're
beautiful.
really lovely. I can't believe somebody was going to chuck them out.
Well, the idea that I had was basically to turn them into what they was originally and put like a garden thing inside as well. But you guys are the creative ones.
Well, I actually had a lighting idea, so moving away from the terranium, which is lovely because that's what they would have been used for. I think it'd be nice to actually make them some really dramatic table or floor lamps.
Okay, that sounds cool.
I'd like to use like quite high-end, you know, fabric cable and some really nice big heavy chrome fittings, and then make some big conical shades using really colourful fabric.
Oh, well, that all sounds good, but normally when you have a high-end fabric cable and a high-end lampshade, it's going to come in at a price. So what's the budget that I've got to set aside for these?
For materials and work, we could get these done for 100 each.
I'll tell you what, if I was there, I'll give you both a hug right now. Take care now.
Okay.
All right.
See you soon.
All the best.
Take care now.
Have a good
Cheers
day.
now,
Bye.
bye.
The budget is set and everyone's happy. A perfect conclusion.
He liked what we had in mind, I think. We convinced him, didn't we?
We'll bring him round.
We'll bring him round.
And if all else fails, we can just give him a nice big hug.
The bottles are to be turned into table lamps. But with all those fancy fittings and fabrics, let's hope Katie and Richard can stick to their £200 budget. The South Downs National Park contains some of the most ancient woodland in the country, a fitting place for Jay to bring his oak offcuts. Thankfully, it's also where he'll find Josh and Ollie.
He normally brings us some pretty good stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's probably got a bit of an idea of something that can be done with it.
Yeah, let's hope so.
I'm here in Chichester to see Josh and Ollie, and I've got some lovely oak floorboards that I know is going to set them a bit of a challenge. Let's get these inside. Hey there, lads.
Hey, Jay.
You all right?
Yeah, good, man. How you doing?
I'm very good, actually.
Cool.
I'm even better now that I'm here. What I've got for you, floorboards.
All right.
I know you don't normally work with floorboards. I know that's not your bag, but I thought if anybody could do something creative with these, it's got to be you lot. So the idea I had was kind of like making a little table.
Well, we could do a table, couldn't we? Yeah, they'd work nicely as a tabletop.
So I had a good idea then.
I reckon it's not a bad idea, Jay.
Thank you very much, sir.
You smooth talker, Josh.
Just thinking it depends how much you want to spend.
Oh, he said the magic word. How much I want to spend. All right, I don't want to go too overboard. So if I leave you with a budget of, let's say 120?
Yeah, it might just be a little bit difficult on the budget. Making the table is always going to cost a bit more.
Oh dear. Sounds expensive.
OK, well, be kind to me. Even if you come up with a better idea that is cheaper,
Well,
that'd be good.
as soon as I saw these, I was thinking they could be little serving boards. You know, you put your coffee or whatever on there. Well, I was thinking we'd put a little hole in, or maybe even a little bit of leather on there or something. So you've got a little, and then it's a bit of a wall feature as well.
I like the sound of that. I do. All right. How much are we talking now?
Well, maybe like a tenner for each of those.
Yeah.
OK, cool.
Right, the table has been shelved in favour of some serving bowls. Job done. We can all go home. Yeah?
I'm kind of thinking as well,
Hang on. Josh isn't finished yet.
they are tongue and groove floorboards, they fit nicely together.
Yeah, they do.
Could this be like the base to a little tray or something like that as well? You know, you could fit your small stuff on there, and then if you had some bigger teapot or like a load of mugs to bring over as well, you could have a couple of little trays to take that stuff.
I like the idea.
So sell it all to a cafe.
Yeah. So it's all as like a collection.
Yeah, it's like a kit, serving kit.
Yeah. Hold on. You've added something else on, so is that going to add on to my budget, or...?
Why don't we say like 20 quid for a tray as well then? 8 of these.
Yeah.
And two
And then 2 trays.
2 trays.
That's
Yeah,
120. That's 120.
120.
That's 120. Shake it, Ollie. Josh, we've shook on it. It's
a
done.
deal, it's a done
It's a
deal.
deal. Once they're done and dusted, let me know, and then I'll come back.
All right, nice one, man.
Take
See you
care.
later.
Jay scarpers before the boys have a chance to change their mind again.
Obviously, we just kind of said, yeah, we'll make a tray, but we've yet to really think that through. So, yeah, that'll take a little bit of working out, but I'm sure we'll be able to figure something out.
The lads have promised Jay 8 serving platters and a couple of trays out of just a few offcuts, and all for £120. This could be interesting. Jay is taking the lounger back to his workshop in Wolverhampton. Let's hope he's not planning to have a snooze in the back room.
Now this is a gorgeous sun lounger. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a spruce up. So adding some paint and a bit of colour. Also, I'm going to make a little cushion for the head rest up there. Because I'm not that great at stitching. I don't have a sewing machine, so I'm going to give it a go.
That's the spirit, Jay. First job of the day is to sand down the frame. Once the sanding's done, the frame is ready to paint. Jay is using masking tape to protect the slats.
So what's come to mind is a little motto, 5 Ps, which is perfect preparation prevents poor performance. So I'm preparing this piece of furniture so I don't have a poor performance.
The next bit is potentially perilous. With a scalpel, Jay is tidying up the taped areas. Mind those fingers.
I do feel like a surgeon, and I can understand what kind of pressure they go through. Because every cut, I'm thinking about, is it going to be good? Where are my fingers? Am I going to stab myself?
I don't think that is what surgeons worry about, Jay.
That's perfect.
Fingers intact, Jay is adding a coat of black lacquer to the frame.
And I know what you're thinking. No, I'm not going to paint the whole thing with this little paintbrush.
Jay finishes off the painting and leaves the frame to dry, turning his attention to the tricky bit, making the cushion.
And I've only ever made one cushion in my entire life, so this could go horribly wrong. So fingers crossed, eh?
You can't make a cushion without fabric, so Jay has sourced this striking material from his local market.
This is what I want to use. Look at that. It's nice, isn't it?
Next up, measuring and cutting.
It's interesting. 52 that way and 28 that way. You've got to leave a certain amount for your seams. I don't know what that amount is, but I know you've got to leave a bit. This is the moment. I am feeling confident. I've got the shears out, and now let's cut. Let's go for it.
Look at that concentration. That's confident cutting right there.
If you've got the fabric folded over, don't cut through it.
Oops, his cutting may be slightly off, but Jay knows his sewing will need to be bang on. And with so much at stake, he's had a brand new sewing machine delivered.
Yeah, what I'm trying to do is figure out how to thread my bobbin. I know this sits on there. I'll give it a go, see what happens. You know what? I can't find the end. It's not very secure. I didn't suss this comes up. This is the smallest hole in the world. Yes, I did it.
Jay celebrates one small victory at a time, but progress is painfully slow.
That's not bad, is it? Truthfully, this can take a little while.
You read my mind. Jay has spent £10 on paint material and sanding pads. Let's hope wrestling with the sewing machine doesn't cause Jay's project to unravel. In South Wales, Katie and Richard have been busy planning how to turn the glass bottles into big and bold table lamps. They've got them all cleaned up, so what's next?
Now they're all lovely, spick and span, shiny. They're ready to go. We have had some holes drilled. down here, get that done off-site, because it's quite a tricky job, and we're going to run beautiful coloured fabric cable through these.
The bottles are certainly gleaming, but table lamps require lampshades, and lampshades require just the right proportions.
So that's perfect width-wise, isn't it?
That'd be lovely.
And I think height-wise, yeah, maybe you're a bit taller than me, just a bit.
About there.
Yeah.
2 hoops hanging in midair is all very well and good, but to get a better idea, they're going to knock up a mock-up.
So,
Once a lampshade is made, it's almost impossible to start messing around with its size and shape.
it's a bit fiddly, but with Richard's help,
Yeah. And come in.
we'll get it going.
To save on material, a quick paper shade helps them see what's working.
I feel like I'm on Blue Peter.
I bet you wish you'd made one earlier.
This is one of our cheaper shades.
Okay.
So the width's bang on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just the height.
It is too tall.
So 10 centimetres, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares.
They've got the height sorted and they're happy that they can nail the right shape when it comes to the real thing. Next, it's time to think fabric.
Right then, let's have a look. So what are you thinking?
This is the fun bit.
You promised Jay some fabulous fabrics, so let's see what you got.
Something like this is going to be too small and busy. That's really big and bold, nice colours. Oh, I love this fabric.
Yeah, that's great. How about this? It's got a bigger pattern on it.
That is beautiful.
After a good old rummage in the fabric basket, 2 favourites have emerged. And now it's down to business. The material has to be stiffened with plastic backing before it can be fixed onto metal hoops.
Oh, this is a bit where it's a bit hard in the mouth because, the fabric has got quite a regimented pattern, so if you go skew-whiff and it carries on going skew-whiff when you roll the lampshade, then it's going to be all over the place. It's not going to look professional. Also, if there's going to, we have to really check for bits of dust that get caught up because they're going to be sandwiched. So I can feel some on there already.
Richard has measured and cut a length of self-adhesive laminate, which provides just enough rigidity.
It's going to adhere to the fabric, which is great, but also a bit scary because once it sticks, it sticks. You can peel it off and then it loses its stickability.
So, Katie, what you're saying is you better get it right. Oh, this is tense.
You do get through a lot of fabric if you mess up.
There are plenty of bumps to smooth out in this project before it's completed. We'd better leave these 2 to concentrate. Back in Chichester, Josh and Ollie are talking trays and planning platters.
I thought it might be cool if it was almost like a hexagon type shape.
Yeah, I kind of thought it would be nice to do a hexagon tray as well.
Yeah, that'd be
Maybe
cool.
we could tie the 2 in then. I love a good like geometric shape, but I probably should have paid more attention in maths class because like working out how to do it all is just quite complicated. Or I find it complicated anyway in my simple little mind. So...
It's only 6 sides, Josh. It can't be that hard.
These bits might be a bit small. Not much of a tray.
Back to the drawing tray. I mean board. Meanwhile, Ollie's doing some of his own experimenting on a spare length of wood.
The little leather hoop, I might secure it with a little brass piece, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that.
With Ollie struggling to make his platters work and Josh making tiny trays, it's time to reshuffle their limited resources.
All it will mean is we'll have 6 serving platters that will be that kind of size, and then 2 of them will be this kind of size. And we think that's probably the better compromise than making Josh's trays too small.
It's probably more useful to have a slightly bigger tray and a slightly smaller serving board, isn't it?
Yeah.
Decision made. There are lots of safety considerations when thinking about allowing recycled wood to be used with food. If you're in doubt, make sure the food doesn't make direct contact with the board. Always make sure you know what the safety requirements are, and if in doubt, leave it to a professional.
What do you think of those angles?
Over on the tray side of the workshop, Josh is employing more modest technology.
Nice sort of tight joint there now, so that'll glue up a lot stronger.
I knew this would come to a sticky end. Oh dear.
You don't want this falling apart while you're delivering a nice hot cup of tea. That'd be terrible.
The glue needs to be set hard before Josh thinks about cutting and planing. So it's 24 hours in the clamps for these fellas. Meanwhile, Ollie has cut notches into his serving platters, but he really needs the leather hanging hooks to fit.
It's tight.
With some work still to do, will Ollie manage to create platters that matter? And can Josh make his trays tremendous? In Wolverhampton, Jay's been engaged in an epic battle between man and sewing machine. His plan to create a cushion for this bamboo lounger was in danger of falling apart at the seams. Has his novice needlework risen to the challenge?
I like creating something special and unique. I think I've definitely done it here.
Before the lounger was grey, lifeless, anonymous even. But now, Jay's given it real personality with a bright new look. He's spruced up this seat with a splash of colour. The bright orange ties and the blue stripe contrast with the rich black frame. And Jay has conquered the sewing machine, producing a plump floral cushion.
Now, there was nothing wrong with this one. Basically, all it needed was a sprucing up, which I've done, added a bit of colour, I think I've done that, and comfortability. It's a winner.
When this lounger turned up at the tip, Mel didn't see a bright future.
What's the story behind this?
So a neighbour moved out, didn't want it, asked me if I could get rid of it. I said, go on, I'll find a home for it.
And here you are.
It's now going to the tip.
And he was quite happy to see it go.
I couldn't take to it. I didn't like it.
Jay wasn't going to let it go to waste. And with a quirky paint job and homemade cushion, has transformed it from dingy to desirable. And after sharing a few pictures online, Jay found a buyer. Now he's back in Altrincham to show Mel the fruits of his labour.
Hello, Mel.
Hello, mate.
How are we doing?
Not so bad, I
You
guess.
all right?
Not so bad, yeah.
That's good.
So far, so good. Still alive.
That's the main thing. Right.
Yeah.
So do you remember the lounger that you brought along to the
Certainly
recycling
did.
centre? So that wasn't yours, if I remember rightly?
No, it came from next door.
OK. And they didn't want it anymore?
No, he moved. He was only in for 12 months and he moved and didn't want to take his rubbish. I've got some bags of sand if you can use anything with
No,
them.
no, that's all right. You can keep the sand. So what I'd done is I took the project myself and I turned it into...
Interesting.
So that's what it looked like before.
I'll just put these on.
Yes, it. You need the glasses.
Yep, that's right.
That's it.
Oh, nice.
Made a headrest for it.
Yeah.
And all I've done, really, is painted that bit blue and the whole frame, just gave it a kind of spruce up because it was a bit flaking
Yeah.
off some of the black, and then made a pillowcase for it.
It looks good.
Is that all right, yeah?
Quite like it now, but I need a bigger room to put it in.
No, you need a big garden, actually.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad to see someone will make use of that because it would have been a shame to throw it, but it was of no good to me.
Yeah. Someone has bought this.
Yeah.
And I'm pleased to tell you that I was able to sell that. And I got for you a bit of money, £90
Oh, nice.
profit for you.
Wow. That's a surprise, my friend. That's a
it?
surprise.
What are you going to do with that, then?
Little weekend in Wales.
All right.
In the van. 2 nights will cost 60 quid, I should think.
Yeah, yeah.
And 30 quid they'll do for a few drinks. Certainly will.
Brilliant.
Cheers, mate.
Mel,
That's brilliant.
it's been a pleasure.
Thank
All
you
right?
very much.
See you
Cheers.
soon.
Yeah, be good.
All right, you take care.
That little bit of paint and brush up on it, it's actually made it into something special. It looks good.
Mel seemed happy with the transformation, even though I didn't do much to it. Now, what he's going to do with the profit is take him and the missus away for a lovely weekend in Wales. Only thing is, he didn't invite me. Better luck next time.
With Jay only spending £10, a sale of £100 leaves Mel with a cracking £90 profit. Jay's in South Wales to catch up with Katie and Richard. They've been busy turning the glass bottles into funky table lamps.
They're really beautiful objects, you know, and it's always nice to get something that feels like it's had a bit of a life.
They said to me they was going to turn them into statement pieces. Let's go and see how they got on.
Before, these bottles were caked in years of dried-in dirt. But with a good clean and a generous sprinkle of creative flair, they've been transformed from grubby glass gardens into modern and stylish table lamps. Each shade is dressed in botanical-themed fabric, and the conical shape complements the curves of the bottles. With the pink shade in cotton and the green in linen, the two lamps are individual pieces but also work well as a pair. The lamps are finished off neatly with coloured cloth flecks and chrome fittings. And of course they've been pat tested and comply with all UK electrical safety standards. Jay was looking for standout pieces. Have Katie and Richard delivered?
Hello, hello.
How are we doing?
Yeah, very well.
That's good. That's good. Likewise, likewise. I'm not too sure. No, I'm only joking. I'm only joking. These are gorgeous. You know they're gorgeous. That's it.
Thank you
now,
very
you
much.
said to me you was going to do statement. You're going to give me a statement piece. Now, look at that. That is definitely statement pieces. This... How did you clean them?
It's not alchemy. Look, this is a carboy cleaner. And what you do is you attach it to a drill, feed it into the bottle, and then as the drill goes round, these spin out.
It's a bit like a car wash.
That's a handy bottle cleaning tip. But I'm a bit confused. Wasn't there a blue lampshade in the original plan?
We originally made a different shade for this one, didn't we?
We did, but we felt the previous shade was a cylinder.
Okay.
And it was a design that felt sort of maybe of a slightly different era. So we thought what's nice about these is they're kind of different in look, but you still got the leaf pattern going on.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And they could work together as a pair.
What I want to know is how you guys did on the budget, because I set you £100 per vase, so that's £200. How did we do?
Yeah, totally on the nose.
So all of this,
Yeah.
I've got the lampshades, a clean vase, wire with a plug that works,
well,
and hold on, have I got? Is there a light bulb?
Yeah. Look, not just any light bulb.
Wow.
So we've got hold of these beautiful light bulbs that work superbly. Even without the shades, they are pretty stunning.
That is pretty stunning. Even just by itself, look at that.
Yeah.
Now that is a light bulb.
Big lamp, big bulb.
Tell me about it.
All works.
So I get all of this for £100 each?
You do.
You do.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, that's...
Our pleasure.
I'm going to have to kiss your missus, though. All right? Thank you.
Can I have a hug?
No, you're all right. You're all right. I've got my light bulb. I don't need a hug. So, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'll get someone to pick them up.
Right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Take care. Bye-bye. Katie and Richard have done a brilliant job at cleaning up those two dirty vases. And they've given me not one, but two statement pieces. Now, all I've got to do is sell them at the right price. No pressure.
When Lynette came to the tip to ditch her old glass bottles, Jay was quick to pounce.
Hello.
I'm Jay.
Nice to meet you.
You don't mind if I have these?
No, I'd be very pleased if you have them.
Lynette hoped for a green-fingered makeover.
Perhaps he'll even have a go at making a garden himself.
But it was with a flourish of fabric that Katie and Richard created two impressive table lamps. The lamps were put up for sale online and sold to a private buyer. Now Jay's in Timperley to show Lynette how the makeover ended up.
Hello, Jay.
How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you very much. How are you?
I'm very good, actually.
Good.
Very good. So, do you remember the bowls, the glass bowls?
I do, Jay, yes.
You brought those down to the recycling centre. How long did you have those?
For about 30 years.
30 years?
Yes.
So why was you getting rid of them then? Because there was nothing wrong with them.
No, there wasn't, but I seemed to be moving them from one spot to the other spot in the garden, and I couldn't decide what to do with them. So I decided it was time for them to go.
Time to go.
Yes.
Well, I took them to a couple called Humble Sticks, and basically they turned your glass bowls into... You ready for this?
I am.
Put the glasses on.
Go on.
All right. Into lamps.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, they're so clean. They're lovely.
You like that, yeah?
That's gorgeous. Lovely.
They've got the wire dangling through the middle.
That's lovely.
And then you've got the plug on the end, so you can plug it in, turn it on, and then it lights up with this beautiful
The
lampshade.
shades are beautiful.
And I'm pleased to tell you that we was able to sell them.
Oh, even better.
Right? And for you, I have £325.
I'm shocked. Jay, I'm shocked.
That's all yours.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
What are you going to do with the money?
I'm going to take my mum for afternoon tea.
Oh, bless you.
Yes, I am.
That's nice.
I'm shocked.
You're shocked?
I am so shocked. I don't know what to
bless
say.
you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, bless
So
you.
kind.
Well, that's good. You're going to take Mum out for an afternoon tea.
I am, yes.
It's a pity I can't join you.
It
but...
is. I wish you could. Thank you
bless you.
so much.
I'm going to be off.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It's fair to say that Lynette was gobsmacked that we managed to turn her dirty old pots into a nice, clean profit. Now, the look on her face is what this job's all about.
It cost £200 to turn the bottles into lamps. They sold for an impressive £525, giving Lynette a whopping profit of £325. Lovely. Jay is back in Sussex to see what has become of the oak flooring.
Hopefully, they've given me some serving platters, maybe with a tray or two, because I'm feeling quite peckish. Let's go and take a look.
Ollie's been working a little too hard recently and is in bed with a bad back, so Josh is flying solo today.
I think he's going to be really surprised at what we've done with the floorboards, and I think we're both really pleased at how they came up. So yeah, looking forward to it.
With limited boards at their disposal and 10 pieces to deliver, not only did Josh and Ollie have to be creative, they had to be careful too. And it looks as if they haven't disappointed. Ollie's hexagonal platters have been planed and treated with wood oil to bring out the natural warmth of the grain. Each leather hoop fits snugly into its slot, but for extra peace of mind has been secured with a brass rod. Josh's 2 trays have been finished off with oak strips that were lying around in the workshop. They've been stained black to contrast nicely with the tray base. The only question now is, will Jay be impressed?
Hello, mate.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Cool. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm even better now. Look at this, man. Is this my floorboards? Really?
Floorboards, yeah.
Look at that, man. I want one of these. It's just a floorboard, but you wouldn't think that, would you? That looks stylishly cool.
Nice one, man. Cheers. Yeah, they came up really well.
And then the trays. Come on. That just looks cool like, as it is. Look at that.
Yeah, we were saying that they could almost be little picture frames or something like that.
The platters and trays are a big hit with Jay, but there's still one thing left to discuss.
So how did we do on the budget then?
Yeah, the budget was pretty tight, I think. We're going to stick to the budget that we agreed, but yeah.
That's 120.
It was a bit tight for us, yeah.
120 for all of this?
Yeah, you got a bargain.
That's a deal. I've got more than a bargain. I think I've got a steal. I'm going to be out of here before you change your mind.
Yeah.
Oopsie daisy. They're all mine. I'm gone. See you later. 2 things. That is a steal, and they're just so beautiful. These guys have an ability to make wood look sexy. Now all I've got to do is sell them.
Sarah was having a garage clear-out and her leftover oak flooring was getting the heave-ho.
So how long have you had this?
had it for about 5 years, sat in the garage.
Sat in the garage for 5 years.
For Jay, it goes against the grain to throw out such useful material.
If it's all right with you, can I take these?
Of course you can, yeah.
Yeah?
So he passed the wood on to Josh and Ollie, who, after a bit of magic, came up with an elegant collection of trays and serving platters. And it was Margate cafe owner Jean who just had to have them.
They're fantastic, and they're going to be really nice in terms of nothing slipping off them. So I'm looking forward to using them.
Now Jay's catching up with Sarah to show her what became of her cast-off flooring.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Nice to see you again.
Likewise.
Fine, thank you.
So do you remember the floorboards that you brought up to the recycling centre?
I do.
How long did you have them for now?
Oh, 4 years, 5 years?
And was it from this house then?
Yes, yeah, from the floor in here.
OK. So why was you throwing them away then?
I think we bought too many, actually.
As we all do.
Yes.
I took them to two guys called Forge Creative.
Yeah.
And what they turned your floorboards into was...
Oh, they are gorgeous.
like serving platters is what they are.
Oh, they're beautiful.
They've stripped them and just added a little bit of leather strip on there. And then they've got a couple of trays. This bit where the tray is, they're surrounded. That's another bit of oak that they've added on there.
I think they're beautiful. I'd love one, actually.
Oh, would you?
Yeah.
Right. Unfortunately, they've all been sold. But I'm pleased to tell you that I have for you £80 profit.
That's amazing. Thank you very
That's all
much.
yours.
Thank you.
What are you going to do with the money then?
It's going to a friend of mine who runs a local charity giving out shoe boxes to children in Eastern Europe.
Shoes in a box?
Not quite, no.
Okay.
It's people donate shoe boxes with essentials and toys, which we then give to Jess, and she sends them out to children in Eastern Europe. But they don't get the postage, so she does fundraising to get the shoe boxes over there.
Oh, so that's going to pay for the postage?
It is, yeah, she's thrilled.
Absolutely brilliant. Well,
fantastic.
I'm going to leave you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You
nice
take care
to
now.
see you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
My friend will be thrilled when I tell her that we've raised some money for her shoebox charity. I wasn't expecting that at all. I think when you go to the tip, you just take your junk and you try and get rid of it and make a bit of space in your house. So, yeah, I'm really amazed, and I think they look beautiful.
Sarah was pleasantly surprised with the transformation, and the money's going to a worthy cause. What could be better?
Josh and Ollie stuck to their budget of £120. Jay sold all of the serving platters and trays for £200, leaving Sarah a profit of £80 to donate to her friend's charity. The glass bottles have become two striking table lamps. The oak flooring was transformed into trays and platters. And Jay's delicate makeover gave the bamboo lounger a new lease of life.
3 old items that were on the verge of being binned have been transformed into cool and contemporary furnishings. And what's more, we've made some money for nothing along the way.